I want to tell you about something that will raise your hopes up about individuals and who they are. And you may not know this brother, but we know him as Sawad al-Madani. And those of us who ever came across this man will never forget him in our lives, ever. And those of the brothers from London who've ever met him also say they will never forget him. He is, as they say in the Arabic, a Rajul Habib, somebody beloved. And indeed in Guantanamo, he is the most well-known prisoner. Everybody knows Shaker Aamer, the professor. He's not a professor, brothers and sisters. He hasn't even passed grade school. But he's one of the most intelligent, strong, powerful, and emotive brothers you will ever come across. If all of us, the most well-known speakers all around the country and others, were placed in a line and you spoke to Shaker Aamer, you would forget all of us and remember him. He is such a character. He is the Batal of Guantanamo. The right word to translate this word is hero, but hero is just too pathetic. He is somebody of courage, somebody of standing firm in the face of tyranny and oppression, and he spent the majority of his time in Guantanamo as a result of that in solitary confinement. He's been force-fed. Sometimes that means being seated, forced into a chair, with his hands tied, with his legs tied, with his head tied, and a tube pushed up his nose to force in liquid food because he's on a hunger strike. Shaker Aamer has led what's known the battle for Guantanamo. And for this, he pays the price. 9 years later, brothers and sisters, he's still there. His children, Juhayna, Abdullah, Abdurrahman and Faris, have not seen him for 9 years. In fact, Faris, who's his youngest child, has never seen his father. Shaker Aamer himself, in addition to the qualities he has as a man, somebody who speaks Arabic, somebody who is an Arab, from Medina, from the city of Medina to Munawwar. That's where he was born and raised and lived most of his life until he came to the UK and got married to a sister here. In addition to that, his qualities precede everything that I've told you about. He said, Brother Hudayfa, he still remembers you very well. He prays for you. He's not forgotten all the brothers. In fact, he remembers all the brothers he knew and sisters in his prayers every day. One of the soldiers came and told me this story. He said, do you know Shaker Aamer? Do you know the professor? He said, that guy's amazing. I can't believe what he did. He said that he produced a photograph of these children. And he said, you know, these children are more beloved to me than anything in my life. And then he said, but my calling you to Islam is more beloved to me than my beloved children. When the soldier told me this, he had tears in his eyes. The soldier, the American soldier who had been told that we are the worst of the worst, that this guy is one of the most dangerous men on the planet. Amongst the believers are those who are truthful to the covenant that they made with their Lord. And amongst those are people who have left, and amongst those are people who are still waiting, and they never changed one iota. They stood firm. And you know, she wouldn't speak to me because she was crying. And she was crying because she remembered me, and she remembered that the last time she saw me, she saw her father. Think about this, brothers and sisters. Think about this, sisters, think about this. Think about your sister and your relatives. If they were to go through this thing, what would you not do to get them free?